Powers. So that right there, they're calm before a reason. A lot of people think, well, I can defibrillate through them and I can pace through them.
And you can monitor.
And you can monitor through them. Okay? You just can't do them at the same time. When pacing, you have to do two things at the same time. So that's why you have to have them on the leads and on the therapy cables. Cardioverting, you don't have to have them on at the same. I mean, you don't have to do it because you're going to do one item and that's it, and that's cardioverting. But for this purpose here, we're going to take this patient back to lead 2. We'll be monitored. All those are the same leads. I just got them lined up like that so everybody can see it. Kind of gets out of up there. Okay. All right. So we got a sinus attack, rate of 216. Well, we know that most sinus attacks don't exceed more than about what? 160. Again, depends on what literature you read. 160, 150. Okay. If you're having a hard time determining, look at your patient. Let that patient be your deciding factor on what type of rhythm we're in. All right, so we're going to obviously say 216 is above whatever literature we read. Okay, so we're going to look in a second. We're going to call that SPT. How do I know that's SPT, not compared to AFib with RVR?
Because it's regular.
It's regular rhythm, right? Will you hand me that paper right over there, please? All right, now I can look at that and tell it's regular. Again, I've been looking at them for about 2 years now. All right, I can look at them and tell they're regular. If you're unsure, print you out a strip, lay it down, mark it out, line them up like that right there. Now come here, everybody. See that?
They're lying in it good.
That's a quick method to do same thing you're doing with your paper, laying it down and mark it out, okay? That's a quick method to do that. After you look at these 1,500 times a day, all right, you're going to be able to look at that monitor and go, okay, that's regular, all right? So we've established this is a regular rhythm. It's got a rate of 212, 216, okay? So that is normal or abnormal? Abnormal. Step number 1 is abnormal. Step number 2 is rhythm. Is that a regular rhythm? Irregular? It's regular. Okay. Step number 3 is what? P wave. Can you look at that and tell me P wave?
No.
No.
You can. Okay. So step number 3 is out of the play. Step number 2 is step number 4 is out of play because we don't have a P wave. We don't have a PR interval. Correct. All right. So next we look down at step number 5, which is QRS. Now if I look at that, if you're having a hard time, again, print it out, look at it. Is that PR interval? Is that QRS normal?
Yes.
Yep, it's normal. So everything from the AV down is normal. So I have to have a problem associated from the AV up. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So I know that in order anything in the AV up, I'm dealing with atrial or SA. Well, can I call that SA node fire? I don't have a P wave, so I can't call it. How do I know that it's not a atrial dysrhythmia? There's one key thing that says that's not an atrial dysrhythmia. Technically, this is an atrial rhythm, but regularity. All right, that is regular. So I'm going to give my adenosine. I tried a vagal maneuver, it didn't work. I'm going to give adenosine. What's my dose? First dose of adenosine?
6.
6 milligrams. Rapid IV push. This is the one where you start that line. You got this hub right here. You got your adenosine lined up in this hub. You got a flush lined up in this hub. You got a BP bag hanging with a blood pressure cuff on it. An IV bag hanging with a blood pressure cuff on it. You got it pumped up. You slam this medicine. You slam the flush. You dump the lines. And let it flush through. You've got 10 seconds to get it inside that heart and let it work. If you don't have that in there within 10 seconds, it's just like shooting still water out for the most part. That's what the distributors say. Sure, it's give or take. Okay. Key I want you to understand there, that is a rapid IV push. This is the one drug with a pulse, patient with a pulse, that we're slamming it. You hear medics all the time, slam it, slam it, slam it. This is the one drug, if they got a pulse, we slam. Good rule of thumb is if they've got a pulse, we're not slamming anything. All right? The body's not designed for that. We might push it, but we're not slamming. This one, we're slamming this drug. All right? So we pushed 6 milligrams. It did not work. We do what?
Push 12.
Push it 12. Did not work. We Cardiovert them. All right? American Heart tells you that if the patient is in any form of cardiac compromise, does anybody remember the rules for cardiac compromise?
Chest pain.
Chest pain. Shortness of breath. Altered mental status. I mumbled out. What would you say?
Just going through the things.
Okay. So we got chest pain, shortness of breath, altered mental status, anything that leads you to believe the patient is not doing well. Okay? You can make it into anything. It's kind of like when you write in a medical journal. You write the abstract to favor you, do you not? Okay, same thing here. My patient was sick, I fixed them. Okay? So we come in here, we choose we're going to Cardiovert them. So if this patient is presented with chest pain, shortness of breath, altered mental status, we're going to bypass giving them meds, and we're going to go straight to Cardiovert. American Heart says if they are unstable, symptomatic, we can go straight to electrical therapy. Okay. So we come in here, we hit sync. Notice up here at the top. Come through. Let me see if I can change this to Cascade. See if they show it down here too. Yeah. That's what we got. Okay. Don't worry about that right now. All right. So we see right here. See those little arrows that pop up? What that arrow is marking is every time that R wave fires. Did I say that? You agree with that? All right. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure that light is flashing sync, and we've got those sync markers up there. Now we're going to set a energy select. We're going to select the joules we want to shock them at. Okay. We'll just say 50.
Is there a standard of where you should start?
I'm going to talk about it. Now, you can hit that and lock it in, and then you hit charge. When you hit charge, you want to make sure that it was charging at 50 joules, or whatever you set it at. Okay? If it does not, just reach up here and hit charge again. Reach up here and hit energy select again, I'm sorry. And it goes back to that mode. So let's say, all right, I wanted 60 or 70.
And if y'all think about it, kind of hit the print button too. Yeah, that way it prints it out.
Most of them should. As soon as you hit the Cardiovert, it'll start printing. But right now would be a good time to hit the print button. Okay? And it starts showing you what you were in before you Cardioverted the patient. SBT, I'm going to stop it and I'll start about it. SBT is one of those rhythms that your treatment, you should have a stream of paper behind it, because that way you can justify why you did what you did. And now with the electronic charting and all, you really don't have to, because it kind of rolls over in there from the monitor for you, but you always want a paper trail for anything you do. Okay? So go bags.
Whenever you would like give your dentist and stuff, that'd be a good time to use
Yep.
the event button.
Yeah, you can hit the event button.
Yeah, make
Yep.
them marking. Yep.
Charge them up. 70 joules. And you are fixing to hit this patient with 70 joules of electricity. That is slightly greater than that little bit of milliamps you just hit them with on pace. Okay? This patient is, one patient described it to me as being kicked in the chest by a mule. Okay? So, that's letting you know this is hot and ready. When you hit that button right there, you're fixing to deliver electricity. Okay? So you're going to hit and hold. You're going to hold it until your patient goes, or they come off the stretcher, clap their hands, do whatever they got to do, and deliver. Notice how it started printing out. Okay, now I'll show you what it would look like if you convert it.
How often does the Denison not work? Like,
It's patient dependent. I've seen it work, and then I've seen patients that cannot have a denizen. There's a female out there at Lake Okeechobee right now on this side of the lake. She cannot have a denizen. She's allergic to it,
Now,
and she goes into it all the time. You have to cardioverter. You know it's weird when you walk in there and you go, "All right, we got SBT," and you look at your partner, "Hey, hand me the denizen." She goes, "You got to cardioverter me." First off, my patient said cardiovert.
yeah.
That's an indication she's been here before.
Ain't her first
She
rodeo.
knew what that word was. And
me
she
and
says,
my
"Yeah, I'm
family.
allergic to a denizen." Second thing, you knew what a denizen was.
Still not your first rodeo.
All right, so that did work. So we'll juice them up there. We'll go to 100 with them. All right, charging. We are charging at 100. All right, you want to make sure your patient's clear, nothing's touching you, or you're not touching the patient, your partner's not touching the patient, you're not legged up on the stretcher like this right here. Same thing, you defibrillate the patient. All right. I like to teach people, say, "I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear." Sweep your patient real quick, so I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. Cardiovert, 1, 2, 3, press and hold.
Do you know of anyone who's been shocked?
I haven't. I've seen videos of them.